The Anti-Semitism Awareness Act heads to the Senate. The House passed the bill with strong bipartisan support yesterday. It would establish a broader definition of anti-Semitism for the Department of Education to enforce anti-discrimination laws. Opponents are concerned the legislation could stifle free speech as campus protests about the conflict in Gaza continue nationwide.
Issues since the Israel-Hamas war, a rise in anti-Semitism. We have heard from Georgia college students before who say they are scared just to say they're Jewish.
This is terrible, but now Congress is taking action to protect them at the federal level. Atlanta News First anchor Carly Barnett is live from the state capitol. Carly, similar legislation was passed just at the start of the year.
Sean, Blair, we are essentially seeing very similar legislation to what was accomplished under the Gold Dome earlier this year, now at the national level. We do know that anti-Semitic incidents have been on the rise in recent years, and they have escalated since October 7th. That is according to data from the Anti-Defamation League. So with the protests that are taking place at Emory as well as college campuses all across the country, the House passed the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act with support from both parties. That would mandate the Department of Education adopt the definition of anti-Semitism used by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. They define anti-Semitism as a certain perception of Jews which may be expressed as hatred toward them. That could include calling for the killing or harming of Jews or holding them responsible for actions by the State of Israel. President Biden will speak at the Holocaust Memorial Museum next week for Holocaust Remembrance Day, and he's going to unveil even more action to combat the issue.
The president will also discuss our moral duty to combat the rising scourge of anti-Semitism and the Biden-Harris administration's work to implementing the first ever national strategy to counter anti-Semitism to make real the promise of never, never again.
The Anti-Semitism Act now heads to the Senate. Back here at home in Georgia, what that legislation did was now the law more clearly defines anti-Semitism using that very same definition. They say this will make it easier to prosecute hate crimes against Jewish people. Live in downtown Atlanta, Carly Barnett, Atlanta News First.
And our continuing coverage.